Good morning. So I woke up at 5:30 a.m. today because I'm gonna be in the OR for the first time. Fit check. Good morning. I'm so excited. Good morning. So I woke up at 5:30 a.m. today because I'm gonna be in the OR for the first time in 3 years. I'm so excited, but also scared and nervous because it's a new environment. I just don't want to be Javadi. For sure, I'm not going to be Javadi from the pit because I'm not afraid of blood. But I hope I won't be Schmidt from Grey's Anatomy. I don't want to break the sterile field because people will remember. And that's the only goal for today. I'll let you know what happens later. So since I left the Philippines after internship, I haven't been in the clinics or OR ever since 2023, except when I'm the patient, like for annual physical and stuff. So I'm pretty excited right now. I finally faced my fear because I've had this opportunity since March, but I didn't really have the time because I had experiments, I had writing. But right now there's some downtime, so I can do this. Finally, I took the first step. Well, I already took the first step by by letting my PI know that I wanna start observership. So this is another first step of the multiple first steps. I'll have a quick breakfast just so that I don't faint because of hypoglycemia. We also don't want that to happen because it usually happens. It happens a lot in the OR, especially for morning cases like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. because people are hungry. Hungry and stressed and sleep deprived and overworked. So, but the serious goal really is to know where I get the mask, the gloves, the haircut, to get the feels of everything so that I'll be more confident in the next ones. There were 5 nurses in the surgical team, and guess how many Filipino nurses were there? I'll reveal it at the end of the video. Just finished our case and successful. Didn't break the sterile field. Didn't encounter any problems whatsoever. Today was mainly just to orient myself in the OR, so I didn't just observe one case and then the next days I'll be observing one or more. But my main priority is still writing, so I'm just doing this when I have free time or I need motivation or inspiration. The case was oral cancer, tongue squamous cell cancer. I think it was stage 2, and the surgeon did partial glossectomy. So the difference is when it's partial, it's less than half of the tongue. If it's hemiglossectomy, it's half of the tongue. Complete glossectomy if it's full tongue that's getting removed. the surgeon just did partial glossectomy, and then we sent it out for a frozen section to identify if the margins are negative, and we got all the cancer out. And then I was able to go with the surgeon to the pathologist to view the frozen cuts, which was cool. So I also got to learn pathology too, got to review on my pathology knowledge. So we looked at multiple cuts, all the margins, and it was so fun. It was about a total of 1.5 hours, and there was no neck dissection, or and the surgeon just did primary closure because it wasn't as big as expected. So primary closure was possible. My love for the OR has been reignited. I really love the OR. It makes me feel excited, it makes me feel alive. And I miss that feeling. Now back to research, and then I'll be back to writing. Another outfit change to help my lab mate with animal work. I just want to share some realizations before we end this vlog. So I am really proud of myself for doing this, because I've been delaying it for so long because I was scared, I was nervous, everything's new. But I'm really proud of myself for doing this. And I just want to inspire you guys in some way to do what you want, do what you're interested in, and be afraid, but still do it anyway so that you won't have any regrets. Everyone starts somewhere, everyone has their day one, and it's a learning process. Life in general is a learning process. So you just got to do that day one, and then learn from there, and then eventually you'll realize that, oh, I actually have learned and experienced so much since I started. And that's what's important. Looking back, when I started my MD-PhD journey, I felt so dumb. I had no idea what I was getting into. But now that I'm in my 9th year, I still feel that way sometimes, but to a lesser degree. Like, I think something good that you can get from imposter syndrome is that you don't stop trying. Syndrome pushes you to be better as long as you don't give up on yourself. It motivates you to go on, to achieve what you want to achieve, to be the best version of yourself, better than your past self. So, yeah, I hope those realizations were helpful in some way, and I just want to share them because I also want to look back in this video. Whenever my day is bad, I can look back on what I said to you, and also this is a reminder for myself in the future. So, yeah. This is the kind of moment that got me thinking how I even got here. I'm breaking down the paths to becoming a doctor and how long each one takes in my next video. That one's coming up. If you're also navigating a new environment, starting over, or doing something for the first time, I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments. And if you enjoyed coming along for my journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. So at the start of the video, I asked how many of the 5 nurses in the surgical team were Filipinos, and the answer is 3. So yeah, there were 60%, right? Yeah, 60% of the surgical team nurses were Filipinos. So Filipinos are everywhere, and I'm so proud of them for always doing a great job. Mabuhay ang mga Filipinos in healthcare. See you later. See you in the next one. Have a great day.